Did you miss out on the 2022 Knob Creek 18? Well, here's why you're not going to want to miss out on the 2023. Stick around till the very end. After last year, I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy the 2023 Knob Creek 18 because the 2022 was a little bit disappointing to me. It fell a little bit flat for being nearly $200. I wasn't quite sure what to think. So luckily, we have an awesome friend who let us try theirs before they even opened it, by the way. So we got to open it, try it, and I am about to tell you what I think of it. Here we go. Cheers to you. Thanks for being here. Let's do this thing. So the 2023 or batch 2, this is the KC002 batch 2 release of Knob Creek 18. Again, 18 years old. It's 100 proof. Last year, I remember thinking, I really wish that the Knob Creek 18 had more proof, because more proof, it would have been amazing. But I think it was fine. I just wasn't overly excited about it. I'm excited to dive into this one to see what I think of it. All right, let's smell this guy. On the nose, honestly, it smells really good. It has a really rich oaky, like vanilla oaky caramel, like an effervescence that you get out of like cream soda. Yeah, oaky cream soda. Even there's like a slightest hint of peanuts. Yeah, peanuts. It sounded like I said something else. Peanuts. Kind of has a nutty hint, but not like overly nutty. Like some Jim Beam products are extremely nutty. This one doesn't smell overly nutty though. Just like a good classic oaky aged bourbon with a little bit of nut and a little bit of tingle from cream soda. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this. Let's taste it. Wow, that is really rich and full of flavor. It definitely does not remind me of what last year's tasted like. Last year, I felt like it was good, but I really wanted it to have more proof. This is actually really good and it holds up on its own, even at 100 proof. It's full of flavor. Like as soon as it hits your tongue, it's like sweet, caramel, vanilla. It's oaky, but not overly oaky. Like 18 years old is old. When I think of an 18-year-old bourbon, I feel like I'm gonna be freaking chewing on wood. That's not what this is. This is good, sweet, vanilla, oaky, cream soda, rich caramel, vanilla. It's really a good classic bourbon with a higher age statement. That's what I'm getting out of this. Let me take another sip. And honestly, wow. I just started thinking about this, but as I'm tasting this, I'm not getting punched in the face with that normal Jim Beam nuttiness. This one is not overly nutty. It's just good and balanced all the way through. The finish does fall slightly flat for me, like the flavor kind of dies off, but it doesn't dry out, so that's nice. One more sip here. Yeah, it is really rich and sweet. That's why I like it. Even notes of like dark chocolate, some of that like bitter dark chocolate, it's really nice on the back end. I think overall, I actually tried these side by side, so last year's and this year's, right before I did this video, and I was definitely surprised because last year's release was a lot nuttier than this year's release. This year's is different, but good. I think it's actually better. So if you missed out on last year's, you can definitely get this year's if you can find it and if you're willing to spend that $170. So let me tell you my score on this one. And my score is going to be 4 corks out of 5. I'm giving this 4 corks out of 5. I think that if it had a little more proof, and I think if the finish was better, it would score higher. Is this going to be a contender for Bourbon of the Year? Well, only time will tell, because sometimes like the lower proof bourbons in my bourbon blinds for the end of the year, sometimes the lower proofs don't stand up as well against some of the higher proof things to me, but sometimes that's not always true, because like Calumet 16 is only 106 proof, and that freaking amazing. So that's last year. Let's not talk about that. This is this year, and I think this is good. Now, I said 4 corks out of 5. It's a good bourbon. It's delicious. But is it worth $170, $200, somewhere around there? I find that really hard. Like that is a hard price point. It's a really high price point, especially when there's like Knob Creek 12 out there, Knob Creek 15. Are you really getting something that much better with Knob Creek 18? It is good. It is very good. But is it that much better than Knob Creek 12 or Knob Creek 15 that you need to spend that much money on it? That's for you to decide. I personally don't think I'll be buying a bottle of this because I have last year's, and while I thought last year's was fine, this year's is better, but I still think that price tag is really tough. So I don't know. Let me know what you think, if you bought last year's or if you're excited to try to find this year's. It is a good aged bourbon. Really enjoy it. I like it. It's good. I would recommend it. I just think that price tag is really hard. So those are my thoughts. Also, before I let you guys go, if you have not hit the subscribe button, be sure to subscribe, leave me a comment, hit the like button on this, and I'll get back to you. Let me know what you think of this bottle though, if you've tried it or if you're trying to find it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dara, I'm the Average Drinker, and I'll see you next time.